Hello, this is Chris from SmallCapPower. With us today is Ben Pullinger, SVP Geology at Excellon Resources. Congratulations on the recent Otis Gold acquisition.
Thank you.
I understand that this adds development assets in Idaho. Can you give us a little bit about the reasoning behind this deal and how it benefits shareholders?
Absolutely. Thank you for having us on the show, Chris. And we're very excited to be moving into Idaho. We're also very excited to be adding a gold development asset to our portfolio. We think we have done, or we have executed on a very attractive deal, not only to our shareholders, but to boosting our portfolio of assets, increasing our exposure to gold. Here at the moment, we're about a 50-50 base metal silver production company, moving towards, when you add in the gold, we're at 90% exposure to precious metals. We also increase our resource base on the M&I category by 450%. So, and with gold ounces, it's a very attractive deal for us. The asset, as you mentioned, is a development asset in Idaho, very high IRR, manageable CapEx, targeting, or at the moment, kind of forecasting a 5-year life of mine at greater than 110,000 ounces per year. So that's significant production. And Idaho recently being ranked in the Fraser Institute in the top 5 jurisdictions for mining in the world. Certainly a very exciting place for us to go do some work, and we're very excited to work there, but also by the peer group and the kind of like the level of excitement and enthusiasm for mining and development in Idaho at the moment.
What about the Platosa silver mine in Mexico and the recent measures you have been implementing to reduce costs, improve efficiencies, and increase production? Can you provide us with an update?
Absolutely. We still remain Mexico's highest grade silver mine and really focused on stabilizing production, driving efficiency to the face, cycle times, mining efficiency, as well as looking to reduce costs wherever we can. Especially one of the initiatives that we've undertaken is moving from the current grid pricing that we're getting from the government to entering the private market as a qualified consumer, which allows us to reduce our electricity cost, which is our biggest kind of fixed cost component, significantly. That'll be happening kind of in the next quarter to the second half of this year, and we should see a significant, we're talking in the realms of 30 to 40% decrease on our overall power consumption cost. With those all together, we believe that we will be seeing significant cash flow from the mine in the second half of this year and continue to work on driving those costs lower.
Can you provide us an update on recent exploration activities?
Absolutely. We put out a kind of like a global exploration update last week. Some of the highlights there that we're really excited about is the results we continue to see at the Platosa zone in Evolución. Once that drilling was done, we were also able to get back to kind of the regional exploration on Evolución, which is a 30,000 hectare permit that links up our Miguel Alza mill and the project and facilities there to the San Sebastian Hecla's mine and exploration assets that ties it all together. It's a big property. We're very excited to go out and start exploring there. We think it's the next phase of kind of like undercover exploration in Mexico on the world famous Fresnillo silver trend. The kind of like the significance of some of the results that we put out in that press release on the Platosa zone is that we think we're now in a position where we can start to advance that towards a resource and update the technical disclosure around that. We're doing that work right now, and we hope to have that out and put that out at some point this year, while getting that regional exploration going up as well. Equally significantly is that we are now drilling from underground at Platosa again, so we're looking to see results coming out of there that point towards resource growth and expansion, start to replace some of the stuff that we're taking out of the mine, which is exciting. And we have 2 very exciting exploration targets still on our Platosa concession. The Havancero target, where we intersected a large alteration zone hydrothermal system that's indicative of the distal part of the system that we're looking for. Something similar to Platosa, but maybe with a much larger footprint. And then there's another target, a skarn target called PDN, that we're quite excited about the work that we've seen there. We hope to be back and drilling both of those targets before the end of the year. We have one more thing to add to this, is we have a very exciting exploration asset in Germany as well. Not your typical destination for work, but once we got out there, looked at the geological potential there. This is an area that was mined for 800 years. It was the source of wealth for Central Europe for a long time. Modern exploration has kind of passed it by, and we see an environmental climate in which we can actually start to do modern exploration and get permitting for this again in Saxony in eastern Germany, where we are. We're in the permitting process there and hope to be drilling on that asset kind of like in the second quarter to second half of this year.
Thank you. And then what about, what's your view on the recent market volatility with coronavirus and how this impacts junior miners? And can you maybe give us a little bit of a silver/gold price outlook for 2020?
Yeah, obviously this is it's crazy to see this happening. The volatility is insane. The effect on people's health on such a global basis is something that's very concerning. From a precious metal side, we've seen gold and silver both rally to new highs over the last little while. We haven't seen the equities keep up, but in times of crisis throughout the history of the world, like gold and silver have been really good historical stores of value over a long period of time. So I think I think that's playing out as we see those prices kind of like rebounding to those new highs, and we'll see how that plays out over the next few years. But I think we'll continue to see a bullish environment for gold and silver.
Thanks again for joining us, Ben. This is Chris from SmallCapPower. We look forward to seeing everybody at PDAC 2020.